All right, guys, I am back and I have been like struggling trying to get these boards. I'm like on board 8 of mess up. I know, but I did warn you ahead of time that I have never done a board before. So I have one drying right now, but I kind of wanted to just get this last video done in this series, or at least for now, it's going to be the last one in the series. We'll see how you guys like that. But at the time of this recording, it's the last of the series, which makes me kind of sad, kind of anxious. I'm just putting my Mod Podge on here. And then I had that gold thing still floating around from when we used it a couple of weeks ago. And it actually looks pretty good. So, all right. So this is what I did. I just cut a piece here. Smooth it down. And I did not put a base one on top, and I'll show you why in a minute. But I'm going to move this so it can dry for a second. And we'll do the second one because I only have 2 to do with you today. Like, well, I mean, I have 4, but the other 2, not so much. They're not going to end up making it, I don't think. I don't know. The third one might, but we'll see. As long as I can get 2 to turn out, right? Oh, I know Tuesday Moriarty has a really great tutorial on how to make a board. And I still have yet, I've tried it 2 or 3 times, and I am just hopeless at it. As far as trying to get, I haven't done it to board yet, but trying to get my iron to get hot enough to melt the plastic onto just even doing paper. Because if you've been with Gail Augustinelli for a while, she had one where she made like paper out of the like a napkin and a piece of paper, but then she used cling wrap. And I still have yet to be able to get that accomplished. I don't know what my major malfunction is with it. So this is the first one we did just a second ago. I'm just going to trim around it. So this is another in stages. I may have to take a break if it's not quite dry enough yet. Okay. Now, these little napkins did not. I'll show you, it's almost dry, but these napkins do not like Mod Podge. Or it could be me. I mean, that's entirely possible too, but it kept like pulling up. So instead of Mod Podge, I have used my glue stick, and it's not quite dry yet. And I do think that I'm going to try to put a light coat over the top now that it's glued down of Mod Podge. But the glue stick part isn't quite dry yet. So we're going to try a really light coat of Mod Podge on the top of that. And then that's what I was saying. We're going to have to take a break and let them dry, and then we'll come back. Let's do one off to this side. have to be careful. I have some of these we'll put up in the corner. Decide on those in a minute. Okay. So I know you guys have seen me do this before, but sometimes it bears repeating, right? Should definitely put the bottom on first. That's all right. We're off a little bit because we're going to put some paint on this one as well, so it all ties into what we were doing before. All right, now take a paper towel lightly, like lighter than you would on a infant soft spot. You're just lightly going to brush it out. That's all you're going to do. Lightly brush. Okay, now, let's see. Let's take that off. Put those goofy little things up there. Okay, now remember, light, light, light. Hardly any pressure at all. Okay, now I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. And we'll get the next one over here. Oh, it's all right. I think we will end up having to take our little file, get them off that way. Okay, now let's take off this portion up here. Okay, two. Why do I feel like I'm missing one? Oh, because visually I was missing one. Okay, let's do it a little bit different than the other ones that I've done. Okay. These are great. Thank you again, Ardella. These are so stinking cute. Okay, now let's take this one, maybe do that up there. And I was thinking maybe one up there. Okay, now let's see. How about we test? Okay, that's the one with the Mod Podge. This is the first one I did. Before coming on video. So let's lightly coat this. And I hope lightly is in my vocabulary today, because you know me, I tend to be a little heavy-handed at times. But you guys are getting tired of seeing my blue sweatshirt, huh? That's what happens when you film a bunch of these all in one sitting. But I am feeling accomplished. Okay. All right, that seemed to work better. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Move on to the next one. I think the next one is this one. Okay, lightly. Light coat. And this Mod Podge is at 100%. It's not watered down at all. Light as a feather. What was that game we used to always play as kids? Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Did you guys ever play that one? It might have just been a country kid thing, because we were bored out of our minds, I guess. Oh, getting a little heavy-handed. Okay, that's that one. Let's see if this other one is dry enough. Where did our candy cane go? There we go. Okay. Yeah, but I do think I'll have to let those dry. Okay. No heavy-handed. No heavy-handed. Light as a feather. Light as a feather. Hats off to those people who can decoupage with this stuff, like, without ripping their napkins. I do not happen to be one of those people. And it doesn't matter, like, how gentle I am. Or at least it seems like it. Maybe I need to switch from this to maybe a brush. Maybe that would work better. Okay, so that is all three coated. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. And I will be back in a few minutes when they're all dry. All right, be right back, guys. All right, guys, I am back, and we're going to at least just finish up one for this video so that you know kind of where it's going. because I am going to be blasted out of the craft room here in just a few minutes. As you can kind of see the sun coming across here, that's this time of year. So this will be my perfect opportunity to get out of my pajamas today and go take a shower and get in a fresh, clean pair of pajamas. Ha ha ha. All right, so I'm going to do this side too. I'm bringing it up, clear up, because we are going to tip this one in gold as well. So I'm sure hoping that these boards turn out right. And somebody made a mention about maybe instead of doing like an Etsy sale, maybe doing a silent auction with these so that we could get the most bang for the buck. So I think the only thing I think that might run into a problem there is if somebody wants to bid higher, then their first bid, maybe that might create a problem, I think. So I've been thinking maybe I'll just do a live, like an actual live, and do that. But by the time you see this, I'll have already decided, I think. I don't know. I mean, it can wait a little bit. I mean, we don't have to like decide right this second. But yeah, I'm like, I would like to get it done sooner rather than later, but that's just my impatience talking. That's not, yeah, like I said, this will be like past tense by the time you guys see this. So I'm just trying to think about that. But I think you guys, because by the time, and honestly, you guys are going to see these after the journals are already like together, right? Like my next few videos are going to be of putting the rest of it together and then getting it bundled up like a flip through. Okay. Maybe we can plan like a 10 or 15 minute live. If I were more tech savvy, I could like actually email people like, hey, you've been outbid, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to bid again? I just see that becoming a huge deal for me tech wise. All right, guys. I know you're not going to be able to really see it with all that light coming in, but maybe, yeah, that's how they look. They turned out super cute. I do like them. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this week of bonus features. I sure did. And I will just talk to you soon. All right, bye, guys.